Coming up, we'll show you video of the tornado that tore through Kilgore, sending furniture flying and knocking down fences, and how the city is stepping in to help residents clean up and save on some repairs. And a Colorado family is finding out more than candy this Halloween, giving food to families in need as millions brace for SNAP benefits to end amid the government shutdown. Coming up. And today's your last chance to vote early in Texas. We'll break down a local school bond and what it could mean for students and taxpayers.
And coming up in your forecast, we're going to break down what's going to be going on for tonight, forecast-wise, and of course the rain chances going into tomorrow. That's coming up on Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon. Jesus Martinez has the morning off. Well, if you want to get your voting done early, just know today is the last day to do it. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until Election Day on Tuesday. Texans will be making a lot of big decisions on this ballot, and that includes 17 state amendments on issues ranging from property taxes, bond reform, even a prop creating a fund for dementia research and prevention. And there are also several local races and school bonds to consider. We're going to take a closer look at one East Texas School District's bond proposal and how they're hoping to make big improvements for students, coming up for you in just a bit. And now let's get a look at your Halloween weather forecast. Of course, I don't know if you're going to go trick-or-treating or under the lights, but how's it looking out there, Joel?
I mean, either or. It's going to be a pretty nice night. We just got some chilly temperatures that we're going to be kind of watching for, potentially in the 50s and 60s. Definitely not as cold as what we're seeing this morning. Check out our temperatures here across East Texas this morning. We got 40s, even 30s here across some parts of the area. 39 in Carthage, Marshall, Jefferson, also 39 in Mineola, in Athens. And we're up to 50 degrees in Jacksonville and 43 degrees in Tyler. So a very cold start to the day. We're going to be up to the 60s by the later half of this morning and into the afternoon, and possibly near 70 as we continue on through the rest of this afternoon. We got lots of sunshine and light winds at around 5 to 10 miles per hour here across the area. We'll have a shot to see some low 70s here across much of East Texas. Just around average for this time of year. Thankfully, not anywhere near record, which is around 95 degrees. We got a couple of clouds and perhaps a couple of showers ahead of a cold front for tomorrow. And then once that cold front moves in a little bit closer by Sunday, we'll see temperatures decrease even more. But there is a warm up coming up in your next week, and I'll show you what that looks like in your full 7-day forecast coming up.
Wow, did you see that? We got new video from the tornado in Kilgore. This is from Emily Nix. The tornado swept her furniture across her backyard. The wind so strong, you can see it lifted an awning and then knocked over her fence. Pretty incredible video this morning. Well, she is one of many residents who are left cleaning up after Tuesday's storms. Now, to help out, the city of Kilgore is waiving building, electrical, and mechanical permit fees for the next 60 days to help with repair cost. Residents cleaning up after the storm are asked to place natural debris like tree limbs and cut up fallen trees by the right-of-way for pickup by the Public Works Department. For other debris, you can contact Republic Services, or you can use the My Kilgore app to schedule a bulk pickup. Kilgore residents also have a free monthly landfill drop-off equal to a pickup truck bed. Well, fears are growing this Halloween for millions of families who could lose access to federal food assistance starting tomorrow as the government shutdown drags on. The airline industry warns that the nation's airports are also close to a breaking point today, just before the start of the busy holiday travel season. Now, amid the stalemate, President Trump last night doubled down, pushing Republicans to play what he's calling a Trump card to reopen the government. CBS News' Jared Hill has more.
This Halloween, one Colorado family is handing out more than just treats.
So we got some cereal, some mac and cheese, noodles.
Destiny is giving food to families who need it, as tens of millions are bracing for SNAP benefits to end as soon as tomorrow. The pause, part of the government shutdown. For this mom, food insecurity hits close to home.
I just had my twins and we were homeless, and I couldn't imagine getting through that without the benefits that I received.
Shutdown stress is also pushing air traffic controllers and other essential airport employees to the brink, working without pay.
Travelers are delayed, travelers are canceled. It has real problems.
Capitol Hill is a ghost town after the Senate adjourned once again Thursday without a vote to reopen the government.
There is one way out of this, the easy way, the obvious way, and that is for the Democrats to do their job and vote for the CR.
Overnight on social media, President Trump called on Republican leaders to sidestep the Senate's filibuster rule requiring 60 votes so they can pass a bill to end the shutdown without Democrats. The president also railed against the Affordable Care Act, or Obamacare, demanding that Democrats fix it, despite proposing for years he had a solution.
This is not a fight for Democrats or Republicans. It's a fight for the American people. And we're going to stand on the side of the health care of the American people.
Still no end in sight after Vice President J.D. Vance repeated yesterday that the White House will only come to the negotiating table once the government is reopened. Jared Hill, CBS News.
In addition to SNAP and WIC, Head Start, early childhood programs around the country are also expected to be impacted by a lapse in federal funding tomorrow. 25 states have sued to force the federal government to continue paying food assistance benefits from an emergency contingency fund, with a federal judge set to rule soon. The Texas Department of Agriculture says it is prepared to keep Texans fed if those SNAP benefits are temporarily halted. Commissioner Sid Miller says the agency has reserved a place and is already supporting local food banks statewide. He says the department doesn't run SNAP or WIC, but it does oversee a dozen other federal food programs, including school lunches, summer and adult feeding programs, and Meals on Wheels.
I just issued almost $20 million to Texans Feeding Texans. That goes out to our food banks around the state, so they're going to have to take up the slack on those SNAP benefits. I'm prepared. I was prepared for the shutdown. We've been through them before, so I have enough in reserve to continue to feed those 5 million school meals each day.
Miller says the department is also stepping up its surplus produce program, which buys unsold or imperfect crops from Texas farmers to distribute through food banks. He adds that the program not only helps families in need, but also supports local farmers and communities. Miller says Texans shouldn't worry. The state is prepared to keep meals on the table through the holidays.
So I decided to set up something for people who were affected by the EBT crisis shutdown, and essentially like the angel tree where people write a list and it gets adopted. I did the same thing but for groceries, so anyone who needs food sends me a list and gets matched with a volunteer.
As the fear of SNAP benefits potentially ending grows, East Texans are stepping up to help. That's Lacey Warren. She's organizing a grocery assistance program where families in need can send a grocery list and get matched with a volunteer. Coming up, we'll hear more from Warren and her mission, and to East Texans who'll share the impact of SNAP benefits. A warning now from Tyler Police about phone call scams with criminals trying to scare and intimidate you, then take your money. Investigators say scammers are now posing as agents from Homeland Security, Tyler PD, and the Smith County Sheriff's Office, even using real names and spoofed phone numbers. They'll claim you have warrants or suspicious activity on your account and then demand payment through gift cards, green dot cards, or cryptocurrency. Police say no legitimate agency will ever ask for money over the phone. If you get a call like that, hang up and contact police or your bank right away. Early voting ends today for the November 4th elections, and Diboll ISD is asking voters to consider a $12 million bond that would fund several renovations at the junior high and make maintenance improvements district-wide. And district leaders say this bond will help the district get ahead of its maintenance needs that have been planned, but financial challenges caused delays. The bond would take care of these issues without a significant impact on taxpayers. Some of the renovations include remodeling the band hall and the library, address walkway flooding, and other concerns.
This project, this bond proposal, is basically a Goldilocks proposal, which means it will take care of the needs of our students and our staff, but also will not have a negative impact on the local economy, taxpayers, or the citizens.
The tax impact would depend on a person's home value and age. The last bond passed at Diboll ISD was about 14 years ago. Election day is Tuesday. And if you need information right now on this year's election, get the CBS19 voter guide sent to your phone. Just text the word vote to 903-600-2600. 7:12, time for your morning headlines. Prince Andrew is being stripped of his titles and must surrender his lease to the mansion in Windsor where he lives. That's according to Buckingham Palace. The move follows years of controversy over Andrew's association with convicted sex offender Jeffrey Epstein, as well as allegations of abuse by Virginia Giuffre, who met with Andrew when she was 17. Andrew has denied the allegations. Sean Diddy Combs is now at Fort Dixon, New Jersey. That's according to people familiar with the matter. The music mogul was convicted earlier this year of 2 counts of transportation to engage in prostitution and sentenced to just over 4 years in prison. He requested serving his sentence at the low-security federal prison due to its drug treatment program and to be close to his family. His projected release date is May 8th, 2028. A heads up, if your family subscribes to YouTube TV, you won't find Disney's channels on there this morning or until the two can come to an agreement. The blackout leaves subscribers unable to watch content from Disney networks, and that includes ESPN, ABC, Disney Channel, FX, National Geographic, and Freeform. The two companies remain in talks, although neither indicated when customers can expect programming to resume. And now to San Antonio, where a car wash is putting a spooky twist on rinse and wax. Every Halloween, the Super Suds car wash turns into a haunted tunnel of terror, complete with fog, flashing lights, and plenty of jump scares. But sadly, this year's ride is the last one. The owner says it takes months to set up, and it's even harder to find good monsters. So for now, it's all good, clean fun with just a few screams mixed in. Well, this time of year, spooky stories are everywhere, but in McKinney, one historic home is offering more than just ghost tales. It is giving visitors encounters that even skeptics can't quite explain. Sean Giggy takes us inside.
The most notable thing about the Hurd Craig Center for the Arts isn't that one of McKinney's most prominent families once lived here.
All of them died here.
And although Executive Director Karen Zupanik never knew them, she has met them many times.
If it was only one thing, you could write it off as, I'm crazy. But it's more than one thing.
And it's more than one person.
I used to work here.
Linda Bonner remembers a wedding. A bride and groom were taking pictures on this staircase when their photographer asked to take pictures without the little boy.
And they're just looking around. They said, what little boy? And he said, that little boy. No one saw him.
Linda didn't need to see him to know it was Stephen Hurd, who died when he was just 8 and returns regularly. A maintenance worker doing work in the dining room once spotted Stephen.
And he said, the little boy is going in and out of these chairs.
Then, a woman attending a luncheon suddenly and unexplainably backed her chair away from the table.
And when asked why she was moving her chair back, it was because she said a little boy was here and the little boy wanted to sit on her lap.
No one else saw him, but one thing everyone can see is the china cabinet. Quite regularly, dishes inside are noticeably rearranged.
This cup is tipped out.
There's just one problem.
We don't have any way to open these doors, and we haven't.
They don't even have the key.
The doors have never been opened.
It was outside another door, though. Linda stopped in her tracks.
There was this strong smell of both smoke and kind of like old lady perfume.
In her older years, Dale Hurd, little Stephen's sister, was known to be a heavy smoker.
And it was always right here, nowhere else in the house.
And it's not just smells.
We both looked at each other and said, did you hear that?
Down in the basement, there's a door no one uses, a door that, at the time, had 5 locks and an alarm.
We heard the door open and close with no alarm going off, and none of the 5 locks were turned.
When they went downstairs to check, nothing. It's enough to turn these former skeptics into believers, and finally answers the question.
Am I nuts? Am I crazy?
With a resounding, maybe not. In McKinney, I'm Sean Giggy.
I'm not going there.
Scary. I don't know about that.
I just don't like to be scared. Maybe I'm a whip.
Yeah.
Okay, well, Halloween is here and some of you do, but candy is the thing that's usually on my mind.
Oh yeah, me too.
Stores are stocked with chocolates, gummies, and all kinds of sweet treats. And the kids are getting ready for trick-or-treating later tonight, so some of us might even be sneaking a few of their treats too. We won't tell them. But everyone has that one candy that they cannot resist and they dig for, you know, when they go into the bowl when you're trick-or-treating. So we want to know what your favorite Halloween candy is. We'll start with you, Joel.
Well, when it comes to Halloween, I mean, I think I have to go with candy corn. I like candy corn.
Really?
Yeah, I mean, if we're talking about Halloween, in general, I mean, candy's candy, right? I would definitely go with like Kit Kat or Hershey's.
Like if you're going trick-or-treating?
Yeah,
because I feel like candy corn doesn't usually come in those little, every now and then you might get one. I can do about 3 candy corn and then my sweet tooth is satisfied.
It's just that is all you get.
It is all I need. For me, growing up, it was definitely the Butterfinger. The more Butterfingers, the better.
No, there you go. And also 3 Musketeers. I like that a lot myself.
Really?
Yeah.
Not at all.
Really?
No.
Well, you're not much of a chocolate gal, are you?
No, but there's something about that ooey gooey. What is that? It's like a nougat or something. What is that?
It's chocolatey.
But there's also, it's like a foamy kind of.
Just a little bit. It's kind of like marshmallowy a little bit.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, it's a texture.
Well, Donnie's going with Reese's. I do like a Reese's. I won't turn it down.
Absolutely, me too.
Melinda's with you. She says 3 Musketeers mini.
Oh, the minis.
Brenda's keeping it nice and simple but chocolatey with M&Ms.
Oh, yes.
And Brody, I see you. Butterfingers.
Butterfingers.
Oh, so good.
So good.
Everybody's at least going very chocolatey on this for the most part.
I'm happy with that.
Yes, me too. All right, still ahead. Ishmael Kamara came to Gilmer from across the world, but first, let's do traffic.
Let's take a look at traffic.
I was jumping the gun just a little bit.
That's okay. You were trying to scare me there for a second. I'm just kidding. All right, we got 2 hours over to Dallas and 1 hour and 30 minutes over to Shreveport on I-20. Nothing scary about that this morning. Things are looking A-OK on the I-20 side of things. US 69. Also, 2.5 hours up to Denison and 1 hour and 30 minutes down to Lufkin. If you were heading north and southbound, should be A-OK there. Other routes starting to pick up just a little bit. We're up to 55 minutes at this point from Jacksonville to Nacogdoches. Tyler to Longview, we're up to 40 minutes at this point. Tyler to Palestine, that's going to be about 55 minutes if you're heading on that route. And Tyler to Athens, you are up to 45 minutes on that commute there. CBS 19 live radar, nice and clear here across the area. We got nice clear skies. Visibility's fluctuating ever so slightly here across the area. We got some patchy fog in some parts of the area. We're down to 5 miles of visibility in Carthage. That's our lowest so far. But overall, not looking too bad. Just watch out for some of those eastern counties. Overall, I'm giving you green lights all the way through. We got 30s and 40s to start, 70s to wrap up the day, and lots of sunshine.
And now to Ishmael Kamara coming to Gilmer from across the world. How this lineman uses football to protect kids everywhere. You won't want to miss it.
The CBS19 Sports Report, sponsored by Sports and Social at Live Casino and Hotel Louisiana.
Morning, y'all, and happy Halloween. Ooh, Dan Millay with your sports here. Appreciate you joining us. Players of the week normally go to players with unreal stat lines, but down in Gilmer, Ishmael Kamara doesn't tally any as an offensive lineman, but he's doing what matters off the field, and that's what makes him special.
CBS 19 Sports Player of the Week, sponsored by East Texas Professional Credit Union.
When coaches give Ishmael Kamara a play, he understands it as a third language. The French-born offensive lineman came to Gilmer speaking English as his second, and the vocabulary of a football playbook is one he's continuing to grow in. But the job of protecting the person behind you, well, that's one Kamara understands universally.
Because I used to be that kid that needed help.
Kamara came to the United States not as a football prospect, but as a kid who lost his family and found another one in the small town of Gilmer, Texas.
And he's had a lot of change in his life, a lot of loss. And then you come halfway across the world and you're in a place that, doesn't speak your first language, and customs are different, food's different, people are all that, and you've got to establish relationships. That's a lot. That's a lot to digest.
It's an experience Ishmael hopes no kid ever has to go through by themselves. So he started a movement.
Someone found me, and I'm just trying to find other kids and stuff to help them, going through life.
He took to social media during his visit to LSU, challenging others to be protectors.
P is for paying attention. When you see a kid, they don't act like a kid, or they're quiet and stuff. The R is for react. Just when you see a kid that need help, just go help them. The O is for open doors.
It's a message that reached over 100,000 people on social media, sparking hundreds of comments of those relaying his message.
He has the heart. When you grow up dealing with adversity, you have a heart for others who struggle and have to overcome things. It's exciting to see him finding this path.
And while his path in football is one that comes to an end one day, his road to being a protector is one he plans on heading down for the rest of his life.
As an offensive lineman, you got to protect your running back, quarterback. This is almost the same, mentality.
Jimmy Searfoss, CBS 19.
Love it. Well, last night at Coach Chester Roy Stadium, Overton hosting Mount Enterprise, up 7-0 midway through the first quarter, looking to build on the lead. Ryan Hollerman hits Jacob Osborne. The junior slips a tackle and makes his way down the sideline before getting dragged out at around the 10-yard line. In the red zone, Hollerman calls his own number this time, evades a pair of tackles, and finds the end zone to put the Mustangs up 14-0 over the undefeated Wildcats. Mount Enterprise will respond right away, though, and it's who else but Kagan Ash, the Texas Tech commit, bursts through the middle and then turns on the Jets. Plenty of real green Overton grass ahead of him as he pulls in for 6 to get the Wildcats on the board. Going for 2 here, the quarterback Joshua Bennett takes it himself to get Mount Enterprise right back in this game. 14-8 lead for Overton now. Later on, Wildcats facing a 4th and 4 in Mustangs territory. You already know who's getting the rock. Ash takes the direct snap towards the sideline, loses a few defenders to find pay dirt again. It's 14-14 after Mount Enterprise cannot convert for 2, and the Wildcats go on to complete the comeback. They win it 60-42, remaining undefeated at 9-0 with just Alto next week standing between them and a perfect regular season. All right, looking ahead to tonight's game of the week. No way to sugarcoat it. It's a must-win game for both Henderson and Chapel Hill. The Lions can just about guarantee a playoff berth with a W.
Yeah, 20 miles down the road in a big-time district game, definitely a playoff atmosphere, because it is for both of us. It's win in advance. It's awesome to be in this part of the season, still playing very meaningful games. That's what you set out to do when we started August 4th, and we're excited about it.
The seniors on this Lions team have never made the playoffs, so they're hoping to end their Henderson careers with the bang. We'll see how they do tonight under the lights. But that's all the time we have for sports. Morning, y'all. Back to y'all.
The CBS 19 Sports Report, sponsored by Sports and Social at Live Casino and Hotel Louisiana.
All right, thanks, Dan. We'll be right back with more here on CBS 19 Plus. Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. A former Texas game warden once featured on the reality series Lone Star Law is now facing serious charges in San Augustine County. A grand jury has indicted Justin Charles Eddins. He is accused of making false statements to obtain loans using another person's name and information. Prosecutors say the alleged fraud totaled as much as $300,000, spanning from March 2022 through November 2023. Court documents show Eddins was arrested but released the same day on a $50,000 bond. Eddins gained attention on Lone Star Law for disarming a man armed with a machete. Texas Parks and Wildlife confirms Eddins is no longer with the agency, according to our media partner, the East Texas Banner. 44 dogs rescued from a suspected puppy mill in Smith County are now getting a second chance. The Smith County Sheriff's Office first discovered the animals back in September after responding to a medical call at a home on FM 345, and what they found raised serious concerns about breeding conditions. A judge later ordered the dogs to be turned over to the state and placed in the care of Smith County Animal Control. Now the Italian Greyhound Rescue Foundation has stepped in. The rescue says there's already a waiting list of families to give these dogs the homes they deserve. Halloween sharing the spotlight with Under the Lights East Texas football. And for some teams, it's the most important week because it will determine their playoff dreams. Our game of the week brings us to Chapel Hill, where they have one chance to keep their season alive, and it comes against a tough district rival in Henderson. Our side game takes us to the best team in East Texas right now, the Carthage Bulldogs. The reigning champs are 2 wins away from a perfect season, and the Rusk Eagles are looking to pull off the biggest upset of the year. Another game we are looking at is Pine Tree versus Lindale. This game will determine who will grab that second seed in their division when it comes to the playoffs. You can watch the Under the Lights action right here at 6:30 and 10. Now let's see how the weather's going to be for that. Joel?
Well, I am really happy to say that the weather is going to be absolutely fantastic. Look at today's highs. We got upper 60s to low 70s, plenty of sunshine for us. Luckily, nowhere near that record high of 86 degrees, so that is some good news there. But for tonight, we'll have temperatures in the 50s and 60s for Friday Night Football, and of course, trick-or-treating for tonight. Definitely want to make sure to have your kiddos dressed warm, because we'll be in the 50s by the time trick-or-treating wraps up. And again, watch out for those creepy cloudies coming in ahead of a cold front. There it is off to the north. We got that cold front coming in, and we've got a couple of showers that would be possible, but at the very least, lots of cloud cover for tomorrow. That's only running at about a 20% chance of rain, and then we fall back Saturday night, by the way. We're down to the upper 60s for tomorrow, middle 60s by Sunday, and then a ridge of high pressure moves in Monday all the way through next week. We have temperatures potentially rising up into the middle to upper 70s, and also we do have a shot for 80 degrees on Thursday.
Welcome back to Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus. Here's what's coming up in our second half hour. Deer season opens tomorrow in Texas as hunters gear up. Coming up, how game wardens are reminding everyone to stay safe.
And in your forecast, we got a cold front up to the northwest that'll be bringing in some clouds, possibly a couple showers. We're going to go over all that, plus your Halloween forecast. That's coming up in Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Together, we're putting East Texas first. You're watching Morning Y'all on CBS 19 Plus.
Good morning, y'all. I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for joining us here on CBS 19 Plus. Texans are weighing in on 17 statewide propositions that could change the Texas Constitution. And today we're focusing on Props 15 and 16. Prop 15 would enshrine parental rights into the Constitution, while Prop 16 would explicitly state that only U.S. citizens can vote in Texas. Ashley Gotto breaks down what these measures mean and the debates surrounding them.
I'm KVUE Political Director Ashley Gotto. Texans are weighing in on 17 statewide propositions that would change the Texas Constitution. We're continuing our series on those props, looking at Props 15 and 16. Here's Prop 15, the constitutional amendment affirming that parents are the primary decision makers for their children. Parental rights are largely defined in court cases. This proposition would take the results of those court cases that have been decided all across the state and put those laws in the state's constitution. The Texas Senate unanimously passed the bill, and during the debate, lawmakers explained why they think this is necessary.
As we all know, there's some very basic rights and basic principles about parental control, having a say-so on how the children are raised. And part of the challenge we've had has been that we have had issues with the court system that we have. Depending on who the judge is, depending on where we are, those can change, be modified. This way is in the Constitution, and we know exactly what basic rights a parent has in raising the children. Is that what your bill does?
Senator, that's exactly right. Thank you. You stated it perfectly.
There are concerns, though, about unintended consequences. Federal law already protects parental rights, and opponents fear putting these rights in the Constitution could interfere with child abuse and neglect intervention strategies, healthcare, and even public schools.
And in looking at this and looking at how it's played out in other states, and talking to legal experts, it's something that ends up getting played out in the courts and could get played out in different directions, taking away rights from parents, taking away rights from children, and it is a highly politicized issue.
That's the chair of the Travis County Democratic Party. Because of all of that, they are against Prop 15. They think it's unnecessary. The party is also against Prop 16. Here's that one. The constitutional amendment clarifying that a voter must be a United States citizen. You may be thinking, Ashley, I thought the law already says only U.S. citizens can vote. And you would be right. Under Texas law, in order to vote, you have to be registered. And in order to register, you have to be a U.S. citizen. And that citizenship status is checked at the state and local level. It's already the law, but the Texas Constitution does not explicitly state that a person has to be a U.S. citizen to vote. This prop would put it in the Constitution. The choice, though, is up to you to vote, Texas.
And for any information you might need for this year's election, we've got you covered. We've got the CBS 19 voter guide that we can send straight to your phone. Text the word VOTE to 903-600-2600. A former Texas game warden once featured on the reality series Lone Star Law is now facing serious charges in San Augustine County. A grand jury has indicted Justin Charles Eddins. He's accused of making false statements to obtain loans using another person's name and information. Prosecutors say the alleged fraud totaled as much as $300,000, spanning from March 2022 through November of 2023. Court documents show Eddins was arrested but released the same day on a $50,000 bond. Eddins gained attention on Lone Star Law for disarming a man armed with a machete. Texas Parks and Wildlife confirms Eddins is no longer with the agency, according to our media partner, the East Texas Banner. Neighbors helping neighbors. The ripple effect of the government shutdown can be felt across East Texas. With the November 1st deadline fast approaching, many families are facing uncertainty surrounding their SNAP benefits. CBS 19's Nayeli Carrillo spoke with East Texas families who rely on SNAP to help put food on the table, and the community is stepping up to help.
I've seen a lot of hate and ugliness. A lot of people that just really, they look at SNAP people as like lazy, refusing to work.
Felicia McIntosh says even with SNAP, budgeting for her family of 6 is a daily challenge. She worries not just for her own children, but the hundreds of East Texas families who could soon go without a meal.
They don't want to see people struggle. They don't want to see people going hungry, especially kids, the elderly.
Across Tyler, families like Lisa Patlin's rely on food banks, but they are already seeing longer lines and lighter shelves as volunteers try to stretch supplies to meet the growing need.
And the lines are horrible. I mean, and they're giving out like half of what they used to because they're trying to stretch it so everybody can have something.
But in true East Texas spirit, neighbors are finding creative ways to help. From online food drives and free meal programs to makeshift angel trees for groceries.
Essentially like the angel tree where people write a list and it gets adopted. I did the same thing but for groceries, so anyone who needs food sends me a list and gets matched with a volunteer.
Organizer Lacey Warren says she's already received more than 150 requests, and about 40 families have been matched with donors who've bought and delivered groceries.
There's a lot of people who feel a pull in their heart right now to do something, and it's like I said online, these people who need help aren't hidden out of sight. They're your neighbors, they're people you see at your kid's school. Everyone around us can use some extra food right now, and everyone's willing to help.
For Felicia and Lisa, the uncertainty ahead is difficult, but they're holding on to the hope and the kindness they've seen in the East Texas community.
It's so easy to judge people because they need help or they're not doing as well, but you know, that could be you one day. I think we all just need to love each other and have compassion.
In Tyler, Nayeli Carrillo, CBS 19.
If you or someone you know needs food assistance, we have posted links to local food banks, donation drives, and volunteer opportunities on our website, cbs19.tv. Well, hunters across Texas are gearing up for deer season, which officially opens tomorrow. A 2022 study from Texas A&M's Natural Resources Institute shows deer hunting contributes more than $4 billion to the Texas economy each year. But as thousands prepare to head into the woods, safety remains the top priority. With cooler temperatures and increased deer activity, hunters can expect plenty of opportunities this weekend. Texas game wardens are shifting their focus from the water to the woods, enforcing those gaming laws and reminding hunters that a safe hunt is a successful hunt.
We encourage folks to wear orange camo, particularly during hunting season, during deer season, to let other people know that you're there so that you're not mistaken for a wild animal or a game. Especially during opening weekend and holiday weekends, we get different folks in the woods.
And the East Texas Food Bank got a refrigerated trailer just in time to store donated deer through the Hunters for the Hungry program.
This year we have this beautiful new refrigerated trailer that can hold the deer until it can be processed.
The trailer was donated to the food bank through a grant from Texas Parks and Wildlife, the NRA Foundation, and the Hunters Leadership Forum. The trailer will be used to help collect donated deer throughout East Texas. Over the years, the Hunters for the Hungry program has donated over 12 million servings of venison that have been distributed to those in need.
The NRA Foundation couldn't be more pleased to partner with the East Texas Food Bank to provide this trailer to expand their reach to provide more healthy organic protein to the people that need it.
This is an opportunity for people to enjoy hunting, get what they need for their family, but then be able to share it with people in need in the neighborhood, and obviously it provides us an additional source of protein that we're not having to go out and buy.
The trailer is the first one ever built, and the plan is to add more to different food banks, that is, across the state. The food bank has 2 processors in East Texas where you can donate your deer, the TFB Country Store in Troop and Massengill's Meat Market in Lufkin. To find out more, you can just go to our website, cbs19.tv. Who's ready for Halloween? Well, this morning we do want to pass along a few tips to help keep you and the kiddos safe during your trick-or-treating tonight. There will be a lot more people walking around on Halloween, so be aware of your surroundings. There's a higher chance of distracted drivers and people meeting on the roads, so be extra careful. It's also a good idea to have glow sticks or wear reflective materials. And wait until you get home before you dive into all that candy. It reduces the risk of choking. Kids should also avoid traveling to strange neighborhoods alone. Stick to houses with lights on in areas that you know. And also keep those costumes fun, but safe as well. Avoid any loose-fitting costumes so you don't trip and fall, and make sure that your kid's mask fits well enough so they can see out of it properly.
Very good tips.
It is. All right, this Halloween in Los Angeles County, one woman is doing something a little different, handing out potatoes instead of candy. And surprisingly, the spuds are a big hit with the neighborhood kids. Trick-or-treaters are leaving with a snack they didn't expect, proving that Halloween doesn't always have to be sweet to be fun.
There you go. I
mean,
like that.
Totally different. I don't know what a kid does with a potato except hand it over to their parents and say, please make me a baked potato or something with this.
Or bake their own chips, something like that.
Did you have a least favorite thing that you got in your basket?
You know, there were these little like mini Krabby Patty. You ever see those like mini like little Krabby Patty things that were in the little wrappers? Those are okay.
For me, it was raisins.
Raisins?
Just not a big fan of raisins,
you know
but
what?
you sure would get a lot of them.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of raisins either, but I do like grapes.
It's kind of a wah, wah, wah when you got the raisins in your Halloween basket. All right, a Legoland Windsor Halloween costumes with a twist. Now, this pumpkin patch is partly made of Lego. 9 giant Lego pumpkins weighing over 100 kilograms and built from more than 44,000 bricks sit alongside hundreds of real pumpkins. Visitors can explore the patch, take photos, and enjoy performances and activities across the park, making it a festive experience for families. This brick or treat display proves that Halloween can be fun, creative, and a little bit magical. That's cool.
That is really cool. I love Legos. I grew up with Legos.
I know.
That's so cool.
I didn't grow up. I most recently spent a lot of time walking on Legos when my kids were little. Just wait, it'll happen to you too.
Oh boy, can't wait.
In Holly Tree, there are some houses that are decked out. There's this one that has, the whole yard is filled with inflatables.
Wow.
You can barely even see the house.
That's
and then another
amazing.
has lights on it, like all Halloween themed, purple, green, orange, pretty cool.
That is awesome. I'll have to check that out.
Well, one Boise couple is taking Halloween to new heights or depths. Tyler Bush and Michael Mann built a full-scale Titanic in their front yard, complete with skeleton passengers and a band that plays on, and even a nod to that famous movie line. Their spooky ship is making waves across Harrison Boulevard, inspiring neighbors to kind of join in. What started as a hobby has now become a North End Halloween tradition, keeping the holiday spirit afloat.
Man, I'm just impressed with all these displays. Like the other day we were talking about the Addams Family. Now we got the Titanic. Now we got Legos.
I used to put like some ghost in the trees or some like pumpkins or jack-o'-lanterns. This year, not a thing.
Not a thing. Not even like you got pumpkins?
Nope.
No
not this
pumpkins.
year.
Not even pumpkins. Wow. Okay.
I've been busy, Joel. My kids are teenagers now. When they were young, we would all do it together, and they really loved it.
There, that is fair.
Maybe I'll go get some mums or something eventually, but then it won't be mum season anymore. Anyways, the weather is very nice. Not that spooky for Halloween, but good for trick-or-treating. Great.
Yeah, I mean, other than a couple of areas of fog this morning, we're looking fantastic. We got clear skies and definitely some cold temperatures. Let's take a look at what we have outside. There you go. There's your clear skies. We're looking south on Broadway in Tyler this morning. It's a beautiful start, but take a look at these temperatures, though. Upper 30s for Mineola, Gilmer, some of our easternmost counties here, 37 degrees in Center, 39 in Carthage. We also have 43 in the Rose City right now and also 39 in Nacogdoches. So definitely going to want a little bit of extra time to maybe warm up that car as you head out this morning. The winds, calm all across the board. We are nice and calm for today. Those winds will start to pick up a little bit into this afternoon, likely out of the northwest at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. It's really not going to be that too much of a big deal as we head into today. 60s by noon for today and upper 60s by 5 o'clock. I think we'll have a chance to maybe see some low 70s for across much of the area for today. There it is, 71 for Tyler, potentially near 75 for Crockett and 74 for Palestine. So some of these temperatures are going to be varying. Otherwise, other than that, it's going to be a fantastic day. Very, very comfortable as well. We do have a cold front that will be coming in late tonight. So we'll have a few more clouds that we're going to be watching for into tonight, into tomorrow. A couple showers could be a possibility as well. And then We move out of Saturday going to Sunday. We got temperatures in the middle 60s once again. And then we are tracking a ridge of high pressure that's going to be moving in next week. That'll bump up our temperatures quite a bit. And I'll show you how much in your full forecast coming up later.
Sounds like a plan. Coming up, why most Americans want to end daylight saving time and what experts are saying about how permanent standard time improves sleep, mood, and your safety. It is that time of year where we fall back because it's the end of daylight saving time. But some health experts want to stop the time change. Jared Hill has more on ways you can cope.
Everyone has an opinion about changing the clocks.
I do like waking up with the sun in the morning, but it sucks having the dark nights. I think we should get rid of it.
It's really depressing. I'll gladly trade having sun at 6 a.m. for having it at 6 p.m.
Most Americans are not in favor of daylight saving time. The American Academy of Sleep Medicine is among groups urging lawmakers to eliminate seasonal time changes and enact permanent standard time.
On permanent standard time, we have more light in the morning, and we know that morning light is best for our mood and for our health. The second reason is that darkness in the morning actually has some safety risks. The third reason is because the alignment of the rising and setting of the sun is more consistent with our internal clock, people sleep better.
Poor sleep contributes to chronic health issues, including cardiovascular disease, diabetes, obesity, as well as anxiety and depression. While some experts say the autumn change can be easier to manage, there's still some tips to make falling back feel a bit better. That starts with getting at least 7 hours of sleep at night before and after the time change, and maintaining a consistent sleep schedule.
Adjust the timing of your daily routines and time cues right away starting on Sunday. Set your clock back 1 hour the evening before the time change so that when you wake up, it's easy to get on that new schedule. And then spend some time outdoors, get that morning light.
Bright light will help set your internal clock to the time change, which will help with sleep and being alert. Jared Hill, CBS News, New York.
Well, it's not just Halloween. Halloween is sharing the spotlight with Under the Lights Beast Texas football tonight. And for some teams, this is it. This is the last week of the regular season because of a bye week. And for many, it's the most important week because it will determine how their playoffs will go or if they'll even have any to begin with. Our game of the week brings us to Chapel Hill, where they have one chance to keep their season alive, and it comes against a tough district rival in Henderson. Henderson currently holds that fourth and final playoff spot for their district. One win for either of these squads, and it punches their ticket to the postseason. Our site game takes us to look at the best team in East Texas right now, the Carthage Bulldogs. These guys clinched their playoff spot when the season started. The reigning champs are 2 wins away now from a perfect season. And the Rusk Eagles are looking to pull off maybe the biggest upset in the state this year. Another game that we're looking at is Pine Tree versus Lindale. This game will determine who will grab that second seed in their division when it comes to playoffs. Pine Tree is coming off a huge win over Chapel Hill. And Lindale just got done beating up on Maybank 49-0. You can watch all the Under the Lights action right here at 6:30 and 10. How are things looking for Under the Lights and, of course, all those trick-or-treaters?
Oh, scary good, as I would like to call it. It is fantastic. We got 66 degrees to start trick-or-treating for tonight, and then we'll be in the 50s by the time it wraps up. So definitely the right weather to maybe bring a light jacket as you head out for tonight. And then a cold front will be coming in. We got some more clouds coming in for tonight and into tomorrow. Could have a couple showers as well. There it is off to the northwest. That'll be moving in. Again, more clouds for tomorrow. Definitely kind of a gloomy Saturday ahead, but a couple showers again going to be a possibility. So we'll have to watch for that. It's only running at about a 20% chance of rain here. This is the extent of what we're going to be seeing over the next 7 days. And by the way, all of this happens tomorrow. We will have a small chance of some rain further to the south, closer to the Houston area. That likely will be due to the sea breeze coming in from the Gulf. But as far as what we are going to be seeing in here in East Texas, only about maybe trace amounts up to about 1/10 of an inch. This is what it looks like on your future skycast. So starting you off at 7 o'clock in the morning, got some clouds starting things off in the upper 40s to low 50s. Couple showers, try to track through, but that is about it. Just a couple cells going to be possible into your Saturday afternoon. And then by the time the cold front finally moves through, we'll have some much clearer skies. That'll go into your Sunday and into the next several days as well. It's a very, very nice forecast ahead. Plus, we got this ridge of high pressure that's also going to be bringing our temperatures into the middle to upper 70s, possibly near 80 by the middle of next week. So that is something that we're going to be watching for as well. Here's your 7-day forecast here. So by the way, don't forget to fall back Saturday night. But it's a great forecast for this weekend. Despite a gloomy Saturday, we got a sunny Sunday. With the sun in Sunday for sure, 66 degrees. And then we go up to the middle to upper 70s as that ridge of high pressure moves in. Temperatures could reach the 80s by Thursday.
All right, it's Halloween, so you know we got to talk about candy, right?
Oh, yummy.
Have you had any Halloween candy this year yet?
I have. I've had Twix and Snickers.
I've had not a lick of it this year. Usually I bought a big basket of it, but I'm going to be at Friday Night Football for this Halloween, so I don't have any. But we've been asking you what your favorite Halloween candy is. Okay, you can only pick one.
Okay. Well, somebody said M&Ms. I do like M&Ms.
If you could only pick one, that would fill your basket.
If I could only pick one, it'd have to be just plain M&Ms.
Plain M&Ms.
That's right.
I would definitely go with the almond M&Ms. Those are so good.
Those are pretty good too.
They don't come in the little things though. It's only if someone's going to give you a big thing, and that happens so rarely.
Yeah, and also they have the peanut butter M&Ms, not the peanut M&Ms, but the peanut butter filled ones.
Also,
those are pretty good.
For me, it's definitely the Butterfinger. I told you that earlier, but we're going to see what everybody else is talking about this morning. Let's see. Donnie says Reese's, and Keith is agreeing with him. Vicky says Twix.
That's pretty good.
Definitely have a child who would go the Twix route. One would say Reese's, and the other, I don't know what she'd say. I know she likes everything like gummy.
Yeah.
And like kind of sour gummy, so she might say that. But
sure, Sour Patch Kids, maybe something like that.
Let's see. Daryl's going with Snickers.
I
don't mind a Snickers. Pretty good.
Oh, I love Snickers.
Pretty good. Reese's Peanut Butter Cups. Sissy likes a mini Hershey's. And a lot of people saying Kit Kats. I need my Butterfinger people to show up. I always wanted that. Sometimes I'd eat all the chocolate off of it and then go in for that peanut butter crunchy situation.
Interesting. All right.
I need to find me just like one little tiny peanut butter so I can say I did Halloween right, you know?
Right, there you go. Just one, just one.
Just one. All right, we're about to step away for a moment while we break into our over-the-air broadcast with a news update. Stay with us on CBS 19 Plus. y'all, I'm Dana Dixon. Thanks for being with us for this news update. The Texas Department of Agriculture says it is prepared to keep Texans fed if SNAP benefits are temporarily halted. Commissioner Sid Miller says the agency has reserves in place and is already supporting local food banks statewide. He says the department doesn't run SNAP or WIC, but it does oversee a dozen other federal food programs, including school lunches, summer and adult feeding programs, and Meals on Wheels.
I just issued almost $20 million to Texans Feeding Texans. That goes out to our food banks around the state, so they're going to have to take up the slack on those SNAP benefits. I'm prepared. I was prepared for the shutdown. We've been through them before, so I have enough in reserve to continue to feed those 5 million school meals each day.
Miller says the department is also stepping up its surplus produce program, which buys unsold or imperfect crops from Texas farmers to distribute through food banks. He adds that the program not only helps families in need, but also supports local farmers and communities. Miller says Texans shouldn't worry. The state is prepared to keep meals on the table through the holidays. Yeah, this is new video that we got from the tornado in Kilgore. It's from Emily Nix. The tornado swept her furniture across her backyard. The wind's so strong that you can see it lifted an awning and knocked over her fence. Now, she's one of many residents who are left cleaning up after Tuesday's storms. To help out, the city of Kilgore is waiving building, electrical, and mechanical permit fees for the next 60 days to help with repair costs. Well, residents cleaning up after the storm are asked to place natural debris like tree limbs and cut up fallen trees by the right-of-way for pickup by the Public Works Department. For other debris, you can contact Republic Services or use the My Kilgore app to schedule a bulk pickup. Kilgore residents also have a free monthly landfill drop-off equal to a pickup truck bed. Now let's get a check of your Halloween forecast. Hey, Joel.
Hey, good morning. Yeah, things are going to be shaping up to be a pretty good Halloween as we head into this afternoon and evening. We got temperatures in the upper 60s to low 70s here for the highs. Luckily, nowhere near record, about around 86 degrees. Actually, this is right around par for this time of year with that average at 73 degrees. Lots of sunshine here. And for tonight, if you're trick-or-treating or maybe going out to some Friday night football, we got temperatures starting out in the middle 60s and middle 50s by 8 o'clock. So a big drop in those temperatures. And then we got some clouds moving in ahead of a cold front, which is off to the northwest. That'll bring in, again, some clouds. A couple of showers will be a possibility into tomorrow. It's only a very low chance of showers. We're talking about a 20% chance of rain. Most everybody will be staying dry, but all of us will be getting in on the cooler temperatures as a result of this cold front. So 68 for tomorrow, 66 for Sunday, and then a ridge of high pressure built our temperatures into the middle to upper 70s to near 80 by Thursday.
News before you go this morning, a Kilgore man accused of trying to kidnap a woman on an East Texas hiking trail gets 5 years probation. Jalen De'Aaron Armand Williams pleaded guilty to attempted kidnapping this week. He was arrested last August, just hours after police say he grabbed a woman from behind and covered her mouth. The victim managed to escape and people nearby helped track Williams down. Williams also pleaded guilty yesterday to 2 separate indecent exposure charges. And if you want to get your voting done early, today's the last day to do it. Otherwise, you'll have to wait until Election Day, which is Tuesday. Texans will be making a lot of big decisions on the ballot. That includes 17 state amendments on issues ranging from property taxes, bond reform, even a prop creating a fund for dementia research and prevention. There are also several local races from school boards and local bond elections as well. And with the government shutdown now in its 31st day, funding for food stamps under the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program is due to expire Saturday. What would leave some 42 million Americans without access to benefits that help puts dinner on the table. Let's get over to Joel as he gives us one last look at this Halloween forecast and under the lights.
I mean, it's a fantastic forecast to be outside for this afternoon and even for tonight. We got 50s and 60s, so we got some cooler temperatures for this evening, but we got 70s for this afternoon. That's going to be our high temperature. So a very nice forecast for today. We got a cold front coming in for Saturday. Oh my goodness, this has just got spookier. They got a spooky 7-day forecast here. Oh my goodness, we got a couple of chances for some showers and 100% chance of me becoming a ghost right now. This is kind of trippy. Oh, okay, then we're good. We need to call Ghostbusters. I don't even know, but we're going to keep on going here. We're falling back on Saturday night, so don't forget that. And we got sunshine all the way through next week, and then we got a ridge of high pressure that's going to be building our temperature. What is happening here? Oh my gosh, I'm doing the Thriller over here. Okay, all right, we're over here at the desk now, upper 70s, low 80s for today. Or for next week. Wow, that's wild.
All right, well, check this out. Joel's going to be fine. Ooh. The president and first lady got into the Halloween spirit, like Joel here, yesterday. They hosted thousands of children and their parents on the White House lawn, the South Lawn. Ticket holders included military families, law enforcement families, foster and adoptive families, and administration officials with children. Guests got to visit various trick-or-treat booths sponsored by a host of government agencies, and one of them was Agriculture Department, which handed out free mini pumpkins and offered a giant pumpkin photo op. And it's not Halloween without candy, of course. The Confectioners Association provided sweet treats for all those tiny little trick-or-treaters out there.
I love that.
That's sweet.
I just saw that McDonald's drive-through wagon. That's cute. Crazy.
Really
wow.
adorable.
I love it.
Well, hopefully you all have fun trick-or-treating with your kiddos today as well. Or if you're going under those Friday night lights, hopefully the football game's not too scary for you. And this music, we're going to play you out with a little scary music here on the morning, y'all, on CBS 19 Plus. Catch the noon show. Hopefully I'll find Joel for that coming up on CBS 19 and CBS 19 Plus. Keep it here for the latest news weather throughout the day, and we hope you have a good morning, a happy Halloween, and we will see you back here Monday, dark and early.